So now the pros and cons. So some pros. They increase energy efficiency with higher R value. They protect fabrics and materials from UV rays. They diffuse glare. They absorb reflected sound. It gives you increased light control. They are aesthetically pleasing. They add dimension, style, height, and color. And they're available in versatile materials. They cover unwanted views or unattractive windows, and they add privacy. So basically everything that I've been rambling about, that's a pro. Next we have cons. So some cons are the maintenance. Obviously, I don't think you're ever going to have anything in your house that you don't ever need to touch or clean. But for blinds and shades, you need to regularly dust them, especially horizontal blinds. And sometimes these window treatments may require special cleanings from professionals, like dry cleaners or other kind of professionals like that. And then sometimes parts for older blinds may be difficult to acquire. I mean, eBay can only go so far, or whatever it is you use. So that's also something to keep in mind. And there are also potential danger for children with cords. It's kind of scary to think about, but I mean, there are options. There are the cordless blinds where you just pull them and push them up. So that's an option. But I mean, for maintenance, I think it really is just keeping up on the dusting, because if you keep moving them around or the dust gets ground in there, it's going to look nasty. You're not going to be able to get it out. So, I mean, you just take care of them. You know, if you spend enough money on something like that, you're going to want to take care of them anyways. Next, specification and format. So specs for blinds and shades need to include information like the type of window treatment, the measurements, the inside, if you're inside or outside mounting it, cord placement, materials, colors, styles, etc. So I mean, it's the basic specking format where you need to know what kind of thing you're getting, what color it is. You know, it's the same basic stuff. But there are 3 parts. Part 1 is the general stuff. It's not stuff. It's the general, it's the general. Part 1 is general. It includes the submittals, quality assurance, project conditions, shop drawings, samples, markups, etc. Then you have part 2, which is about the product. So it's about the fabrication, tolerances for spacing, etc. And then part 3 is the execution, which is the schedule and implementation, where you're making it all happen. Installation. So there are some options for installing your blinds or shades. Sometimes if they come in standard sizes, and oh man, I put department store, I mean hardware store. You can get standard sizes at hardware stores, and you can get pieces for them to put together. So that's an option to save you a little bit of money. If you think you can do it yourself, that's an option if it's a standard size. However, if you have an unusual size of a window, it can be more difficult, so I would suggest going with a pro. But it really is up to you. I mean, if you want it to look more nice and more professional, it might be worth it just to hire someone and get it done. So there are 3 steps if it is pre-assembled and you want to install it yourself. Step 1 is you mount the bracket to the frame of the window or wall. Step 2, you place the shade or blind into the bracket. And then if it is blind, you just snap the bracket door closed and you attach the adjustment wand. So really it's not a whole lot of rocket science, but I do have a video clip and it will show you how you can do that yourself if you would like to.